flex, they are slowest drivers. They maintain a lane. There are some. We entered one vehicle one time, and there was a phlegmatic driver that was driving. We were literally begging the man to speed. So phlegmatics, they maintain lane. They cannot have accidents. It's you that will jam them. They can't jam somebody. Now sanguines are super extroverts, chop life gang. As in, if you have a sanguine as a friend, he's the one that will tell you it's happening here. He cannot enter a place and say here is dull. Play music now. You have music. He likes, I call him chop life guy.
Hello and good day, my viewers. Welcome to Excel Books Reviews. This is a channel where we pick out exciting and interesting books that solves and answers our daily questions we ask on a daily basis. So the books we pick out are specific to answer those puzzles that you've been asking about. Previously, we've reviewed so many exciting books. Please, I'll do you a favor by dropping the links to our previous videos: 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Atomic Habits, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow. A lot of books will be reviewed in the recent past. So please do well to watch those videos. Today we are going to be reviewing a very powerful book. Listen, if you take note of these books that we are going to be reviewing here today, this book we're going to be reviewing here today, it will make life very easy for you, because certain persons worry over the attitude of this person did like this person did like this. No. There are some things that don't require some reactions we give, because we don't know the people. Why You Act the Way You Do is the book we'll be reviewing today by Tim Lahaye. Why You Act the Way You Do. Have you noticed that different people behave in different ways? You say this person is this way, this one is this way, this one, certain persons act in different ways. So today we're going to be reviewing the book, Why You Act the Way You Do. Why You Act the Way You Do. Now I want to see the different temperaments. Now temperaments we have 4 very different kinds of temperaments. 1 are the sanguines, 2 are the cholerics, 3 are the melancholics, and 4 are the phlegmatic. So I want to see, out of these 4, you must be one. I want to see, how do we relate with people in our office places? How do I really see my boss and know that he's of this temperament, and so I can know how to follow him? There are some bosses that you can never please. So you need to find out, by me listening to someone, before 3 minutes, I should be able to know where to place you, so that I know what to say that will make you angry and know what to say. It helps you to relate with people. I speak with people, so to an extent, if I communicate with somebody, I should be able to know if this person belongs to this temperament or the other. So I don't get you offended. Knowing people's temperaments can help you be an excellent communicator as well. I want to see, in eating habits, how can we know the various? Now I'm going to explain this. Now I want you, so that before the end of this section, you should be able to know which one you are. And I want you to write in the comment section, proudly sanguine, or proudly choleric, proudly melancholy, or proudly phlegmatic. So I want, at the end of this review, you should be able to say, okay, I'm this. I think these traits, I possess these traits. They are very awesome traits. So you can know the one you fall to. Now we're going to look at the sanguines. How do we know that our sanguines in terms of eating habits? The sanguines, they eat at sight. They keep talking and gisting even while they are eating. But cholerics are not so. Cholerics, they hardly change their menu. When they walk into a restaurant, or a fast food, they already know what they want to eat. They don't need to start doing. But melancholics, they take their time before they choose any meal. They make all okay. This food is okay. They want to know. They might go as far as trying to know the contents of those meals. But the phlegmatics, they are the last to finish eating. You see, the phlegmatic and the melancholics, if they eventually pick a food, everybody wants to eat that one they pick, because they pick the best, because they took time to make that decision. Now, phlegmatics, they are the slowest eaters. They are always the last to finish. They're also very picky eaters. So in terms of driving, now you see, a sanguine They can be gisting and be driving. They are extroverts. Now I want you to understand that sanguines are extroverts. They can be gisting and driving. They can even be looking at you. They want to get your attention at every point, even while driving. Now cholerics, you see, they are speed demons. They are speed demons. They are the ones that overtake on highway. They want to since they are very active people, they want to take advantage of time. They don't want no darlings. Yeah, for the cholerics, is that kind of person that if you're driving, so you'll be like, this one doesn't have an appointment, that's choleric for you. Now, they want to accomplish more in a short time, and they want to cut corners. Cholerics don't mind traffic, which one is red light. Once they look and they see that there are no serious persons that are taking, they don't mind overtaking. But melancholics, the melancholics are the one that they cannot overtake. No, the melancholics can do that. Melancholics, they are careful drivers. They check their oil from the house. They are meticulous people. They check the oil from the house and make sure that the oil is up to gauge. They check everything. You see, they prepare from home. They know where they are going to. They are precise in what they are doing. They obey rules. Melancholics obey rules. They stick to rules. Phlegs, they are slowest drivers. They maintain a lane. There are some. We entered one vehicle one time, and it was a phlegmatic driver that was driving. We were literally begging the man to speed. So phlegmatics, they maintain lane. They cannot have accidents. It's you that will jam them. They can't jam somebody. They just maintain the lane. They are just safe drivers. I know some of us already know some drivers like that. Very safe drivers. Now, he already leaves his lane, and he can never disobey traffic rules. He has rules and regulations. Now, in terms of shopping, a sanguine is not price conscious. As far as he's fine, he's okay by him. They are not price conscious. They select for visual satisfactions, and their bags must be full. While cholerics, they shop only when they need something, but can overbuy when they see what they want. So when they see what they want, they tend to overbuy. Then melancholics, they are deliberate again. They are decisive shoppers. They want to, okay. They cannot buy what they don't want. They are specific. They know what they are looking for. Then they compare prices and quality. They will ask, how much is this? How much is this? They want to compare. They want to make sure they are picking the best thing. They check. Then that's not enough. It doesn't mean they will buy. Some of them are just, they're not convinced. They will go out. They might come back after some time to come and check. If that thing is still there, then they can go ahead and pick it. That's melancholics for you. Now, they screen properly. They scrutinize. It's them that will see that there is a hole in a shirt. It's them that will see that there is a stain. Melancholics can scrutinize. They are very observant in terms of shopping. And phlegs, they are slow shoppers. They shop often because they take time. Melancholics, where they are trying to make decision. Melancholics, where they are trying to make decision to buy. Someone else they cause traffic jam where they are trying to make decision. Somebody can be buy and go now. They are still there buying, checking, scrutinizing. Phlegmatic are slow buyers, slow shoppers. They shop often because they don't see what they want at first. They are very slow set of persons. Now, working in the yard, sanguines can bring out working in maybe in terms of work related. Let's say clearing a portion of land or of yard. Sanguines can bring out all their materials and say, today is today. We want to clear this grass today. And they can bring, because when they are shopping, they buy a lot of things. They don't, as far as it's fine, they buy. So they can have all the tools in working. But believe you me, once there is a distraction, there is a gist somewhere, he can stay there and be doing and the gist can carry him away. He doesn't win. And he will say, if I perish, I perish. Which one is that one? Tomorrow. So they are perfect procrastinators. Little things can distract sanguines. They can gist away the work. So that's that for in terms of working. Cholerics, they hate work. So a choleric want to do a work with another person will do it. He wants to do it in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Neatness is not his problem. He just want is finished. If this side you've not swept this side, you say, well, it has been here, you're not sweeping. So they are those, they want to finish the work. They don't mind if it's very clean. They just want to get it done and move to the next one. That's cholerics for them. Melancholics, they are detailed workers. They are the ones that sweep and see. Most of our African mothers are melancholics because they are the ones that see the corner of the houses. They take their time, arrange everything to make sure it's intact. Them phlegmatics, they are lazy workers. They can stay where they are thinking about the work and they will never do the work. If they eventually do it, they might just sluggishly do it. So that's just melancholy. Then in terms of communication, Sanguines are excellent extroverted communicators. Sanguine want to look at your face and talk. Sanguine, they are very expressive. You see all those people that they can act drama. They are very energetic. If they explain just a story that are telling you, it's as if you were there. You don't need if they tell you a movie, you don't need to watch the movie. They will explain. The same way it happened in the movie, that's how they will tell you the movie. So they are excellent communicators. If you have them as public speakers, they are excellent because you will never get bored with them. Then cholerics are extroverted, but they are not like the sanguines. They are debaters and they are arguers. They make good lawyers. Now, melancholics, they never say anything. In terms of communication, they never say anything until they have something to say. They keep gathering it so that when they give it, everybody listens to the melancholy when he's talking, because he doesn't talk because he wants to talk. He's talking because he has what to say. And everybody wants to listen to him because he's going to make a lot of sense, because he took time to gather what he wants to tell you. Now, okay, so phlegmatics, they are quiet. They will never contribute in your conversation. They are just there by themselves. They are just quiet on their own, unless you point them. They will never volunteer for leadership or anything unless you point them. Until you must ginger them before they might just want to say something. And actually, if they say something very worthwhile because they have been listening. Now, in terms of paying of bill, some sanguines are terrible record keepers. Okay, so sometimes they get depressed. It's not like they're happy about not arranging their things. They're not just, let it go. They're not so much of detailed people. They pay their bills, but it has to require consistent reminders. Then cholerics pay bills on time, but they aren't very detailed. So they can just gather all the bills and say, everybody I'm owing, let me just arrange them and pay. They just pay everybody at once. They are sharp people. They just pay. But melancholics are perfectionists. They can't owe. Their conscience will not allow them to owe you. So they are detailed. They have receipt of even 5 years. It's melancholics that you can ask them, where is the receipt? You think they are joking. They just gonna bring it out from where it is. So these are melancholics, very detailed people. They might not really know, they might not arrange the receipt but the receipt is there. They are very detailed people. You can't joke with a melancholy. So their account is always balanced. They rarely make mistakes in terms of account. So if there is any transaction, maybe bank balance, because they try to balance at the end of the month, it's always the bank's fault. They never make mistake. It's always the bank's fault. So phlegmatics, they are detailed. They pay bills on time. They like early payments. They like discount freaks them. You say pay on time. It's a phlegmatic that will get it. If you pay on time, phlegmatic will get it because he likes paying on time. He doesn't like anything worrying him. So they like balanced accounts. Okay, now I'm going to give you a rundown of sanguines. I'm just going to give you a detail. And you should know the one you fall under. You should know the one that you fall under so that it's easier for you to know, okay, this is why I act like this. Now, sanguines are warm, buoyant, they are lively, and they are enjoying persons. Receptive by nature, and they act based on feelings. Super extroverts, chop life gang. As in, if you have a sanguine as a friend, he's the one that will tell you it's happening here. He cannot enter a place and say here is dull. Play music now. You have music. He likes, I call him chop life gang. He can enter a room and spread joy. He no dull moments with him. He has fascinating story. Very demonstrative, and demonstrative. He can tell the stories and you enjoy it so much. And makes the story so real. I said that. Then he never lacks friend. He can just look at your face and he's a very joyful person. Then he can turn your story into joy. People excuse his weakness. Some people will be like, this guy can talk so much. Then some others will just be like, that's just the way he is. That's how he is. So people excuse he's being extroverted, loud, and all over the place. That's how people make excuses for him. Then he's a noisy person. Sanguines are noisy and they are very lively people. Then cholerics. Cholerics are hot. Cholerics are quick. Cholerics are active. They are practical. They are strong-willed. They are very decisive and opinionated. And finding it easy to make decisions if you have choleric, before you, if you're not careful, he has made decision for you. Let's go. Abuja is okay. If you're not careful, you join him and go to a place where you're not supposed to go because he finds it very easy to make decisions. Then they're extroverts, but not like the sanguine. He tries on activity. If you give him a project that it's he likes that. Perhaps on activities, then he doesn't need motivation. He's a motivation on himself. He does not engage in aimless activities. If it will not pay, a choleric will not go. If you have seen it that this thing is not, he will not go. He's not spending his money for that. He has a practical, keen mind, planning worthwhile project. He doesn't mind standing alone on his decision. He's disgusted by the tears of others. They don't have feeling. They don't have feeling. They don't have feelings. If he sees you crying, it's like, this thing is making you cry. And you feel like, this guy is just mean. He's not mean. That's just his nature. You have some bosses that no matter what you do, it's as if you're not impressing them. Some cholerics are just, they're like, that's what you're supposed to do. You get, so they're not moved by emotions. They're not moved by emotions. Not given to analysis. Rather, he's quick in making his decision. Then he's focused on, he's disgusted by the tears of what I've said that. Focus on the goals, not pitfalls. Then domineering, and he's bossy. He is bossy. He wants to take all the lead. Then to accomplish this, he's an opportunist. He's an opportunist. Now he takes advantage. He doesn't. He can use other people to accomplish. He can stay from where he is and make 10 calls. He wants other people to run around and do the runarounds for him while he takes the glory. That's choleric for you. He doesn't mind staying in one place and making all the calls, put everything together, and at the end of the day, the work is done. He's an opportunist. He knows people that can do the job. He can pick people that can do the job. That's cholerics for you. The melancholics, they are the richest of all temperaments, analytical, self-sacrificing, gifted, but they are perfectionists. If you dress a melancholy's bed, you can see the side that is rumpled. That is that detailed, yes. They are perfectionists. They aim for 100 over 100. 80 over 100 is not good enough for them. They are perfectionists. You get, so, and they are very sensitive. Melancholics are very sensitive. Any spot they can spot it. Very emotional in nature. Then they enjoy fine arts and music. They are introverted, not extroverted like the choleric and the sanguine, but have a variety of moods. You can see a melancholic now. He's excited. The next minute, he's not this guy that was happy. You can see him as a comedian, and you think that's how his life is. The next minute, you just see his face, and you're like, is it the same guy? They have different moods. It's not like one thing can make them excited, and the next time they are down again. So they have different moods, but they are very faithful friends. Very faithful. If you have a melancholic as a friend, they can stick to you for life, but they don't make friends easily. They can have just 2 friends or 1 for 5 years, and they are okay. So people like them, but they don't easily make friends. Loves others, but find it difficult to express himself. Okay, suspects when others try to shower attention. If you tell a melancholic your shirt is fine, it's like, what is this one? I'm sure this guy is not trying to mock me or something. If they are showering praises, they first of all criticize the praise like, are you sure? Are you? He's just saying within himself, are you sure this guy is not? What does he want? What does this girl want now? What does this guy want that he's showering this praise? So the first of all, if you shower them praises, they are suspicious of the praises before they even receive it. Then they can analyze possible pitfalls in any project. If you have a melancholic in your team, he's the one that will tell you, this plan is beautiful, but if we don't take care of this area and this area and area, we tend to have issues. But cholerics don't care. Ahead. But melancholics try to spot out those errors in those areas so that they don't have issues along the way. Then they can be depressed because a little thing can get them emotional and they can think too much. But in those periods of thinking, it can bring out the best in them. Just like saying you told a melancholic that you yapped him of something. He can get depressed and in those periods of thinking, come out with something that is very mind-blowing. So that's a melancholic for you. Then phlegmatics. they are calm. Which of them are you? So please write in the comment section, which of them are you? Which of them do you think, which of these characteristics do you think you portray? So phlegmatics are calm, they are easygoing, they never get upset. You cannot make him angry. So if you have a boss that is a phlegmatic, you better be careful around, because you cannot make him angry, but he knows those that are provoking him, but he'll be gathering it for you. So he never gets upset or angry. Most likable of all temperaments, never gets angry, no matter the circumstances. Then very emotional, avoids dry sense of humor. You don't know what will make him laugh. So you might just be cracking jokes, he doesn't. The one that you don't believe that will make him laugh, he can laugh and laugh. So that's phlegmatic for you. He won't volunteer on leadership unless he's appointed. But if he's eventually appointed, if he agrees to do anything, he can do it very well. But for him to volunteer and say, let me do this, he will never do that. That's phlegmatics for you. Now, this test will help you know if you're a sanguine, choleric, or melancholic. So now the questions are you extroverted? If so, you are predominantly sanguine or choleric. Are you extroverted? Are you a lively person? Are you someone that are a happening person? So you're a sanguine or a choleric? If yes, to number one, ask yourself, do I lean towards being a super extrovert? Are you generalizing the first to speak? Are you generally the first to speak? If so, you're a sanguine. Then, if yes to one, ask yourself if you are good at sales, if you're a good salesman. If so, you are predominantly a sanguine. If yes to one, but no to number 2 and 3, ask, am I a strong natural leader? If so, you are probably a choleric. If you answered no to number 1, this is you are not an extrovert. Then ask yourself, am I a perfectionist? Am I analytical and somehow critical? If so, you are probably predominantly melancholic. If you answered no to number 1, ask yourself if you are known by others as very quiet. Do you really get angry but experience many fears and worries? If so, you are probably a phlegmatic. Now, please, I want you to write in the comment section which of these traits you think you possess. Are you a sanguine? Are you a choleric? Are you a melancholic? Or are you a phlegmatic? This will help you to relate to people. You might have a husband, you have a spouse, you have somebody that wants to marry you. You can easily spot. Once you know it's a choleric, the person